Crazy. What's up, you guys? A quick update on what's going on. I'm gonna have to make like 2 videos because it's 2 different events. So what happened was, I went and applied for a job at the casinos, right? And I got the job. I passed the background check and the drug test because they didn't drug test. So then I was working, and what happened was, it was supposed to be a union contract, but then since they titled me a custodian, I wasn't in the contract. So then what happened was, they terminated me at the union. I went to work, and since day one, bro, this is when the dick started, bro. Somebody took a fat ass shit in front of the fucking parking structure, and I was like, damn, dog, that shit looks like charcoal, dog. Somebody that just left the hospital, or left the Pepto. It was like 3 different layers of shit, right? It was crazy. So yeah, so then they started bitching about the manager and shit, about this and that and like this and and I was like, yo, you never know, man. Who's friends with what manager or who's friends with the owners, because they be doing shit just to know what's going on in their shit. So then that happened. So then what happened was, the day one, bro, I'm sitting there in the garage working with this lady and shit. And then I got the water bottles in my pocket because it's hot as fuck. I never worked in the sun here, like in the outside and shit. And I was dying, bro. So I had the waters in my pocket and shit. And the lady wouldn't teach me nothing, bro. She would do all the work. Like, she wouldn't let me work, bro. So then what happened was, she just told me, I want you to walk around the parking structure, and I want you to sweep up everything on every level. And then we were like on the odd ones or whatever, on the eights and the fifth, the eight, the odd ones, right? What was like the valet and the fucking staff parking or whatever. So we're sitting there wiping it up, and then I find some weed and I call it in, and then next thing you know, fucking the lady goes for a second, right? Because I had to go do something, and I come back, bro, and she walks up like she just ran a marathon, going like, it's allergies. And I'm like, oh my God, it looked like you just hit a fat ass line of some speed, bro. And I'm like, oh, fuck no. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm gonna just do my job. So that was the end of that day. So then I went to work the next day, and then they told me I wasn't supposed to go to work because I wasn't on the schedule. But I was like, but you told me to come. But anyways, whatever. The next thing is, I worked with this guy, and this guy was making threats, dog. Like, he was like the biggest dick in town, and I was like, yo, nigga, I'm not afraid of you, dog. I already got arrested for some shit, and you ain't about to scare me, bro. I'm trying to set some tones and shit. It's because you can't come up to me and say that you want to do something to a coworker, bro, and that you want to catch him slipping in a little ass room, because you mad, because you don't want to work with snitches and shit. And I was like, hold on, this nigga's indirectly trying to fucking like set the tone on me, man. Fuck this fool. So then I told him I wasn't scared of him and shit, and I just like wouldn't put up with his bitch ass, right? But then he wouldn't show me shit, right? So then the whole day I would have fucked up anyways, right? So then I went back to the fucking orientation job description. So I started doing that for the whole shift, and he fucking disappeared for I don't know how long. So then this motherfucker gets in trouble for not doing his fucking job and training me, and then he wants to go and try to fucking point elbows on niggas and shit in front of the whole staff, putting me on the spot and shit. And then my fucking manager's talking about, no, you better find a new job. So like, let's start the haze mode right there. And then this fool, the fucking supervisor goes and says, hey, this is how you're supposed to train people, and this is what happened. So then what happened was, it was me and a lady, bro, and I'm like, this lady's riding this nigga's dick right here, right? And she's feeling emotional because this motherfucker got in trouble for not doing his fucking job. But he's like from the union from fucking back in the days and shit. And then that fool just wants to get a come up because he can't go back to work because he fucking works at the union and they cut his pension or some shit. Not my fault, dog. So this motherfucker trying to work and punk people and shit and scare people, and then this fool gets mad, dog, because I told the guy that he was talking about punking, right? And then they started making my shit complicated, bro. Like, I started working with the lady, and then it was just me and the lady in the little ass room, and it was like, the craziest thing about this room is like, it's a bathroom and then a closet, a janitor's closet. And then The lady was trying to fucking have a power trip over cleaning the bathroom, telling me that I can't clean the bathroom throwing water with the squeegee, even though the fucking water in the squeegee bucket's right fucking there. It's because they wouldn't give me a fucking mop, bro. And you're supposed to mop the floor, and they were being little bitches, right? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to fuck somebody up. They're acting like little bitches. I can't fucking, like, they're aggravating me to the max, right? Because, like, just like shit's limited and shit. They have no mops and shit. And I'm like, okay, well, there's a fucking squeegee here for a fucking reason, bro. And then I threw the fucking water on the ground, right? And then I was like, I'm gonna squeegee this shit and get it over with. And then next thing you know, she starts bitching about that's not how we clean the bathroom because the customers gotta come in here and you can't be doing the bathroom like that. I'm like, but it's a fucking bathroom. You gotta close the fucking bathroom to do the fucking shit. It doesn't fuck your feelings and emotions. You gotta close the bathroom and you gotta fucking do the bathroom. The customers would understand that the bathroom is closed while you clean the fucking bathroom. I've been cleaning bathrooms for a minute, and it doesn't matter where the fuck the bathroom is, in the parking garage, in the hotel. You gotta close the shit down and you gotta clean the shit. So then she fucking went to that level, and I was like, fuck, I cannot be around this bitch right now. And then I called my supervisor. My supervisor was acting like a little biatch, and he wouldn't come. And then when he came, he tried to downplay the shit, like he didn't know that they were playing the race car, and that he didn't say some shit in the jump room, and he was like trying to push me to say some shit, like to drop the set on his ass. And I was like, nah, man, And then like I had to leave, and I went to security and shit, and then I had security try to help me because I knew I wasn't gonna get down with this fool, and I knew that if I wrote this shit about his bitch ass, how the fuck you gonna write some shit about your supervisor and his fucking staff being black? And being doing some dark shit. Anyways, so then what happened was I had to get security, and then security was like, just go. There's no HR right at the moment. There's no one that can help you. The only person that can help you is your supervisor. But I'm like, he's the fucking problem. So what do we do? I was like, can you take me up there? Because if I go up there, I'm gonna throw some hands. Even if I lose, I'm gonna fuck somebody up. If I don't get you today, I'm gonna get you tomorrow type shit. So then that's what happened, and he trying to downplay the shit the whole time, because his job's on the line, and niggas is doing some other extracurricular shit. So it's because they're not credible staff, because they were talking about foods finding shit, selling it on the street type shit. I was like, no, I don't want to be a part of this shit. So the next thing you know, man, I'm fucking doing my thing, and I try to leave the property, and then, all the staff is cool with me. I'm known and shit. Everybody's being nice. They're watching what I'm doing, bro, because they know I'm fucking heated. I'm fucking mad. This fool's trying to power flex and shit. These fools are on fucking meth and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck, I'm the problem because these motherfuckers is on some shit, bro. Anyways, so then I'm waiting for the big bad boss, right? The fool that supposedly runs all of the hotels. And this fool blames me for everything. And he never took the time to listen to me. And he kept trying to belittling me. It was the measurement of who had the biggest dick, bro. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So then he puts me in another fucking room to write a report in front of the fucking people that I had a problem with, to aggravate and stimulate another fight type shit. And I had to show restraint, fool, because, I've been in jail for drugs and other shit, and I know you just can't lay hands on fools when you in court, So I'm like, okay, I'm feeling uncomfortable. I can barely write this shit. I can't give you a proper snitch, because, I'm in the same fucking room with this fool. The room smells all kinds of weird and shit, like somebody was hitting popcorn or some shit. And the next thing you know, bro, I'm fucking hella heated, bro. And then the whole time I'm like, is this fool gonna come at me, bro? Because I'm about to snitch on this bitch ass. Is he gonna come at me, fool? Because if he does, I'm gonna fucking hit this nigga stupid. Because that's how it was. It was like where I'm at and where the Bears at, right? And I was supposed to write some shit, bro, about some fool fucking up, not doing his job. So then they put me in another little ass room, and the fool that started the whole shit got to go home and didn't even get a part of the Kool-Aid drink. So then they put me next to the bitch that was on that nigga's dick, that was making shit uncomfortable, and she tried to lie to like forever, and all I could do was say, hey, I'm not gonna put up with this shit. You have a camera, bro, and the camera's just gonna show you what the fuck I did. And then it was the first day of work, so if I did any fucking thing, like, you would know that she had told me some shit, right? Because you have cameras, so it doesn't matter what the fuck she's saying, because you have fucking cameras. So then that fool felt stupid. And then he's like, you don't give me a fucking time to talk. You don't. I was like, you're fucking stupid. You're not in my shoes. You really want to play those fucking games? I'll walk out the door right now, dog. This ain't shit, Because he kept trying to flex, fool. He kept trying to flex. And then they thought that by a way to make things right was for me to go back to work the next night in the same department with the same fucking people that I just fucking dropped a fat one on. Like it was gonna be okay, dog. And I'm like, I can't go back to work, dog. I'm already aggravated to the fucking max. If I go back to work, I'm gonna fucking get into a fight. It's gonna look worse, bro. They already said I did the wrong thing by walking away and talking to security and having security escort me from these fools fucking up. And you just, no, that's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to wait till the end of the day. Nah, fuck that. If my safety's on the line and I gotta get down with some food to the point I'm about to put hands on somebody, I need to get the fuck on. So what they did, they used that anger management on me, dog. And like, I just, it started with the threat, fool, trying to set the tone, and I told him he wasn't my boss and shit, and he got mad. So then they pulled the race card on me because they were all black. Because the white dude, he didn't do shit, bro, and the other older guy, he didn't do shit. But he did try to set the tone. He's like, the other white dude with the fucking sideburns was like, well, if you value your job, you're better, this and that. I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna do what the fuck y'all trained me to do. And if that shit ain't right, then it's on you. So those fools were sitting there riding a dick and shit. It's because them fools is tricked out on some bullshit, So yeah, they're suffering from black. Anyways, so that's what happened, So it's not my fault. So anyways, so they didn't fix the problem, and I was like, hey, they're supposed to provide a healthy work environment, and they couldn't provide a healthy work environment. And I was like, but you guys, you own all these hotels, bro. You couldn't put me in a different department, bro, to do custodian shit. You wanted me to go back to the exact same place at the exact same time, like all the other times. How is that keeping me safe? So yeah, that's what happened. I don't know. And I thought I could sue them, bro, because they didn't follow their own rules, and they put me in more danger. And then the supervisor wasn't qualified to handle the situation. And I don't know. I tried, though, but,